Hey everyone, today I'm going to do a really quick video on how to make a DIY karambit with kitchen shears. I bought these at the Dollar Tree for $1. It's a pretty good deal. And you can also do it with scissors. I just bought kitchen shears because that's all they had. They're also black. And I noticed that the tang on these, the actual metal part, comes all the way back here. So compare it to the other scissors in the area, you might get a better knife out of the shears than the actual scissors. I also got black duct tape and like batter's tape, basically to add a better grip to the handle, and I can also make a sheath out of the duct tape. So it's really self-explanatory. All I'm going to do is break this. Some models you have to break, some you can just take a little flathead screwdriver and unscrew them. Do that. Tape the edges. I would tape the handle up first so it's easier to work with, and then for the edge itself, I've got a little knife sharpener I use by AdWorks. You could also use asphalt if you had to. Like worst case scenario, you could scratch off an edge on asphalt and then hone it on, like, say, a car window, roll it down a little ways, and you can hone that edge over the very top of the window. I'm going to add a little bit of a curve to it. It's not going to be traditional deep hawkbill karambit like you would see from like Indonesia, but there will be a little bit of a curve to it, so it is technically a karambit. And should have a pretty good cutting edge by the time I'm done too. Alright, I've broken off the smaller end with a smaller hole, and what I'm going to do now is basically just start right here where that hole is, and I'm going to wrap up to just basically enough to cover up the metal spine with some tape for better grip. Okay, that pretty much does it for the knife. I broke off this little piece right here. For the sheath, all I did was I took basically 2 medium-sized strips of duct tape, laid them over the top, laid another strip over, kind of connecting them. And then on this side, I left this sticky side up right here. And this side right here is going to be facing in the knife, because you don't want that sticky adhesive to come in contact with the knife. So basically I can just lay the knife in right here. I recommend doing it right about here. As far as, so okay, you come in and grab the ring. That way, this part here is actually kind of wide, so that's what's gonna create your retention, in case you do want to carry it upside down. So I'm gonna do that, and basically just put a couple wide strips over the top, and that'll be my sheath. Alright, so now that I've got it enclosed, I'm gonna kind of fold it around the blade profile right here. Basically take scissors, another pair of them, or just use the edge, and then kind of trim up on the sheath so I get a low profile on it, and then I'm going to attach a lanyard to the bottom. Alright, so here's the final product. Okay, I've got a fairly sharp knife that I made in about under 30 minutes. It's not razor sharp just because I didn't want to take a lot of time on it. And if you're making a knife out of scissors, you probably don't have a whole lot of time on your hands anyway, just because it's probably a worst case scenario situation. I didn't give it much of a hawkbill as I'd want to, but in all honesty, it's not really going to matter a whole lot. There is a curve to the handle, so you are going to be able to trap if you do want to implement those karambit techniques where you're trapping the hands, whatever. Sheath turned out pretty well. It actually has fairly good retention for something that I made up in 5 minutes with duct tape. Alright, simple lanyard. Simple, very effective. Full speed draw. Alright. I haven't even practiced this. I mean, I'm just drawing off my experience with other neck knives. And it's pretty easy to learn really quick. Somebody's going to want me to throw it. I had several requests to throw karambits, which is kind of why I wanted to do this video in the first place, so I'll do some throwing. If you're throwing a traditional karambit with a hawk bill, you're going to have to stand very close to your target, because no spin throws aren't going to work very well, so you're pretty much going to have to rely on full spin throws, because throwing by the blade for half spin, it's just impractical to get a grip on a knife that has that hawk bill blade feature. And it's stupid because the whole point of the Karambit is a hole. Okay, so you can retain the knife. If you're trying to retain the knife, why would you bother throwing it? So here's my modified Karambit. And of course I am going to throw it just because I've got so many requests for it. And why not?